is there any serious advantage in delaying the PE Power exam so that you can accumulate field experience and that indirect, let's say, process of osmosis, learning through process of osmosis, observing and gaining experience and expertise on the job, will that somehow make it a little bit easier? My short answer to that question is no, because the trade-off that you're looking at, let's say passively, indirectly learning things on the go versus a very focused, structured, direct exam preparation approach, ideally with an effective exam prep resource, is a little bit inefficient, right? I have helped a lot of electrical engineers, new graduates who have zero experience in NEC, NFPA 70E, NESC, NFPA 497, 499, 30B. Okay, I'm not just dropping these codes and standards at you just to feel smart or just to sort of, make you feel overwhelmed. The point is that practically you cannot gain any meaningful experience with NEC or any other code until and unless your work requires you to sort of utilize these and apply these codes and standards on a regular basis. And you don't only need to do one project, right? A small or big or medium project with these codes and standards. You actually, for you to qualify as an intermediate, let's say expert level in between those two categories, somebody who really can interpret the code properly and design things accordingly, you need to have a few years of experience, right? I'll speak for myself. I felt that after 4 to 5 years of experience using a variety of different codes and standards, I started feeling confident enough. And that's why that magic number of 4 to 5 years of experience is also interesting, because I think it's very close to reality. But meaningful experience, right? If you are working on cookie cutter projects and doing the same thing over and over again, same type of projects for 5 years, you basically have gained 1 year of experience 5 times over. And this is something that some of the state boards look at very critically, right? And if your supplementary experience record form comes back and they find deficiencies, a lot of times it's because the examinees or the evaluators are not convinced that you have really progressed in your career and taken additional responsibilities. You've just been doing the same thing over and over again. I've got this small request for you. 77% of you watching right now are not subscribed to the channel. That's a massive number. If this video is helping you out in any shape, way or form, please do me a quick favor. Please hit the subscribe button and ring the bell. That way you will not miss out on any content that we've got planned, and it really supports the channel. Anyways, coming back to my point regarding directly preparing for the exam versus indirectly absorbing the content. Now, if these new grads going through the program or preparing for the exam, and there are tons of success stories on LinkedIn, on my YouTube channel, on Amazon, and Reddit and whatnot. If they, with zero experience, okay, what is the zero? Zero is like this, yeah. Zero experience are able to bring their knowledge and expertise and understanding up to a point where they are actually passing a fairly challenging exam, right? Then that tells you that it is totally doable, even with a structured, streamlined resource, rather than trying to go in autopilot, right, and absorbing a little bit of information here and there. Now, so the trade-off in general is that a direct approach typically is much more time efficient and more effective. Now, I have had master electricians go through my PE Power program, and I tell them right up front, I'm like, you guys have more knowledge of NEC than I have, right? So they definitely have a leg up, right? If you find yourself in that type of a scenario where you have very specialized knowledge. But then in the grand scheme of things, when you look at what the exam is covering, yes, NEC is a significant portion of codes and standards, right? There are 6-7 codes. But then what about fault analysis, right? Will that carry over to fault analysis? 100% no. Even those guys would basically have to learn fault analysis. They'll have to learn per unit systems. They'll have to learn power system stability, power flow. They'll have to learn protection, and so on and so forth, right? So my general advice is that if you have developed momentum, if you've developed a state of flow, if you have a schedule that has been established, just bulldoze through it, right? Capitalize on it, bulldoze through it, get these exams done, and it will be a lot easier in the long run, even if you don't have any experience, right? And be mindful of the fact that that does not allow you to get the license earlier. Is just that you meet the experience requirements sooner. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing. On a weekly basis, I'm creating content for FE Electrical and PE Power exam preparation. I also discuss topics related to electrical engineering with a focus on power systems engineering. If you'd like to learn more about my FE Electrical and PE Power exam preparation programs, please visit my website, studyforfe.com.